Okay, so good morning, everybody. Well, today we plan to start with two more functions in Excel that we often use, and they are going to be related with the functions like count if s and sum if s. We've already done count family functions in that we did count a, count blank, and we did count if as well. And count if s function was not done, so I just thought that let me cover that particular topic in today's class. So count if s function and sum if s function will be the highlight of today's video. So Excel count if s function returns the count of cells that meet one or more criteria. Count if cell can be used with a criteria based on either dates, numbers, text, or other conditions. So let's go to the Excel sheet, and as we can see, we have already done a couple of functions in the last class. So let me go to the new sheet, and let me start doing count if s function for the class. So let me make it bold, and let me also make the cells quite bigger so that it can be easily viewed by people. So first of all, I have to make the very basic data set of some values which I'm going to use in the count uh, if s function. So I start with the, as said in the earlier part, that it is going to be based on dates, numbers, text, or other conditions. So I'm going to have the same data types in my Excel sheet as well. So first I have the date. I can have the color combination that is being offered for a particular day. I can also have the state that where that particular color combination is being offered in a particular product. I have the quantity, and then I have the total amount that is there for that particular product. Product could be any, it may be car, it may be bus, it may be home furnishing, or any other. So let's write today's date. Today's date is 10th, 9th October. So let me give like this, 21. Let me randomly put any other date, and so that I can easily count them. Let me not have the duplicate dates right now, because I want to count substantial items in my data set. So I have this, I have this, I have this, and finally I have this as well. Similarly, for the color combinations, I may have presently red, blue. Let me repeat. Let me have yellow as well. Let me have one more yellow, and then we can have orange also. Let's have one more orange so that we can easily count the items that we plan to have. Similarly, states could be, we can have Maharashtra, it could be Gujarat, it could be Assam, it could be Tamil Nadu. Likewise, let me repeat some names so that we can easily count on them. Quantity may be 10, 12, 20. Deliberately, I'm putting lower numbers. Let me write the round of numbers. So I have 25, I have 50. Similarly, for the amount, I'm going to have a round of numbers like 100, 200, 250, 150, 300, 400, 450, and 550. So my data set is ready with me with the following variables of date, color combinations that is available in a product, state in which they are available, quantity that is a volume in which they are available, and the amount that is a price at which they are available. So I'm going to use now count if s function, where we know that the aim is to use multiple criterias while we are counting the items in a particular cell. So it will count the cells that meet one or more criteria. So let's go one by one. The very first command that I'm going to give over here is a very simple one. So I'm going to say count equal to count if s. And as you see, when I write this function over here, it will give me the meaning, that is, a counts the number of cells specified by a given set of combination or criteria. I write the round bracket and then it gives me the syntax of the function. Now I have to mention the criteria range. Let me mention the criteria range as color. And let me now write red. Similarly, let me now give another criteria range, which is in maybe state. I may take any other criteria. Let me put the criteria as state. I say comma, and then again I'm going to put Assam over here. And one thing we need to note that all these arguments are separated by simple comma and not by semicolon. So let's press enter and let's see what result we get. But before I press enter, let me one more time check my function count if s bracket b5 colon b12. I've given the criteria, that is red, and for the C column I've given the criteria as Assam. So we get 1 as the answer. Now let's see how we're getting this answer. So if I see red, I have over here 1, 2, and if I go for Assam, I will see that only 2 options are there where we have Assam, but only one option is there where the criteria is matching with the red color. So even though we have Assam, but the color is yellow for that. So that is why it will not consider that into count. And that is why we have got 1 as the answer. Now, if I write in place of Maharashtra, if I write Assam over here, you will see that that count of 1 has now become 2. In a similar manner, if I write red over here instead of yellow, you will see that that count has become 3. So that is the ultimate benefit of count if s. It will allow us to give the multiple criterias and count the values according to the multiple criterias over here. In a similar manner, I can also use functions with respect to star and a question mark, that is the wildcard characters. So for example, I'm going to use state this time, and let me say star. I do not know the names that are mentioned in the column, so I just mentioned the star over here. So I'm going to get the answer as 8 because indeed there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 values. Now, if I don't know the whole world, but I do have an idea about certain letters in a word, I can do that also. So I say count if s, comma, quotes, question mark, and then I say I know. It is very unlikely that we do not know the spelling of these states, but just like there may be a scenario where we do not know a particular case where we do not know the spellings of the whole word. So in this case, it is telling me that in the particular column of C5 to C12, there are actually 2 cases where the criteria is meeting. First is this Gujarat. Let me highlight that. And second is Gujarat, which is at the in the 11th row, right? So that is how we are getting answers with respect to the count if s function, where it will allow us to give the count of the particular cells meeting the criteria. Another example is that I can also mention the date or the input value in some other cell, not necessarily in the same table. So let me put a date over here. I say 10, 20, 12, 21, and then 21. So I have this date over here. So what will I do? I will say count if s bracket the dates, comma, quote, more than, no, let me put less than, ampersand sign, and G1, and then I'm going to press enter, And here I'm going to find the count of the dates that are less than the date mentioned in the G1 column. I also have to use the ampersand sign. I hope I have used that. Let me one more time check. And yes, I've used it. So let me press enter and let's see what I get. So there is an error. I need to find, oh, the error is, okay. The error though, it was very simple. This one. Okay, so it has given me 0 answer. Let's see why 0 is coming. So A5 to A12. Indeed, we do not have, no, we do have values less than, and wait, let me just check that, and I'll be back with the, okay. So bracket, yes, yes, so this is right. Let me check one more time. It is count if S A5 to A12, comma, ampersand. This is coming. Yes, I had put extra comma over there, extra double quote over there. That is why it was giving me the error. So I removed that extra double quote, and now I'm getting the answer as 7. So indeed, 7 values are there that are less than the date mentioned in G1, that is 21st October. Let me see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So there is only one particular value which is equal to 21st October. That is why it has not counted that. It has only given me the values that are less than the date mentioned somewhere else. In a similar manner, we can count the number of blanks. If I say count if S, and let me just select the whole range now. So I say comma, uh, let's see what I get. So this is the option which I'm getting as 0. Let me delete some value, and let's see what I get now. Okay, let me just, now let me delete some value, and you will see that 0 has become 1 now. So this particular command of count if S bracket the range, comma, and double quote without a space is going to count the number of blank cells in a particular range. So the moment I delete one cell and make it blank, it has given me 1 as the answer. If I delete another cell, it will give me 2 as the answer. If I want to count the non-blank cells, we can do that also. How do we do that? We can easily give the command of not equal to and equal to. Say count if S, I say only this particular column I will consider, comma, and I press enter. So I get 7 as the answer, because indeed there is only one column which is left and all other values are filled. But I mentioned, if I mention that any text in that blank column, it will give me 8 as the answer. So that was all about the count if S function. Next we have